Hi everyone, you are welcome to Formula Mind channel on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. So today we are exploring rules of set. So these rules of set is going to help us in multiplication of sets. So we will take the rules one after the other, see how they are and take some examples under the rule. So when you have our first rule, when you have square root of a, multiplying square root of a, this can be written as, let's open a bracket, let's bring square root of a inside all square, and this one, the square root will cancel the square, so this one will give us a. This is the first property or rule of set. So for example, when you have square root of 3 multiplying square root of 3, this one will give us square root of 3 square, and this one will go away with this one, then our final answer is 3. So that's the first rule of set. So with the second rule of set, when you have square root of a all squared, square root of a square, when you have square root of a square, this one give us a, because this square will cancel this square root out, giving us a. Square root of a square is equal to a. Let's take example. For example, when you have square root of a square, this one is giving us, square root of 2 square is giving us 2, because this square will cancel this square root out. So square root of 2 square equals 2. That's the second rule of set. Let's take the third rule. So the third rule of set, whenever you have square root of a multiplying square root of b, this can be written as square root of ab. Square root of a times square root of b can be written as square root of ab. Let's take example of this one. So example, square root of 3 multiplying square root of 2. This one can be written as square root of 3 times 2. And this one gives us square root of 6. And there's the third rule of set. Let's take the fourth rule. So with the fourth rule, when you have square root of a over square root of b, this can be written as big square root, then you bring the a over b. So square root of a over square root of b can be written as one big square root a over b. Let's take example of this one. So example, square root of 4 over square root of 2. This can be written as big square root 4 on 2. And this one is giving us square root of 2, because this 2 will cancel this for 2 times. This 2 cancel this for 2 times. That's the reason why we are getting square root of 2. Let's take the fifth rule. So with the fifth rule, when you have a square root of b multiplying square root of c, this can be written as a square root of b multiplying c, square root of b multiplying c. So when you have a square root of b multiplying square root of c. It can be written as bringing this a, then bringing what is in the square root together. Let's take example of this one. So example, when you have 2 square roots of 3 multiplying square root of 5, this can be written as 2 square root of 3 times 5. So 2, 3 times 5 will give us 15. So 2 square root of 3 times square root of 5 is giving us 2 square root of 15. Let's take the sixth rule. So with the sixth rule or property, when you have a multiplying square root of b, this can be written as a square root of b. Very simple. Let's take example of this one. Square root of a multiplying a square root multiplying square root of b equals a square root of b. Let's take example. So for example, 3 multiplying square root of 5. This one is giving us 3 square root of 5. This simple property or rule of set. Let's take the seventh rule. So with the seventh rule, when you have a square root of b multiplying c square root of d, this can be written as bringing what's outside the square root together, which is a c, then what's inside the square root 2 together, square root of b multiplying d. So it's a square root of b multiplying c square root of d can be written as ac square root of bd. Let's take example. So for example, 2 square root of 3 multiplying 4 square root of 5. This can be written as usual. Let's bring those in front, which is the 2 and the 4. 2 multiplying 4, then we bring our square root sign, 3 multiplying 5. This 2 multiplying 4, which is this one, then 3 multiplying 5. So 2 times 4 is giving us 8. Then 3 times 5 is giving us 15. So this example of the fifth rule. Let's take the eighth and the final rule. So the eighth and final rule, when you have a multiplying b square root of c, this can be written as a b root c. A multiplying b square root of c can be written as ab root c. Let's take example of this one. So example, we have 2 times 2 root 3. This one can be written as multiplying the 2 times 2 will give us 4. Then we bring our square root of 3. And this is the final rule of set. Thank you very much for watching rules of sets on Formula Mind today. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And if you want more examples of how you are going to use the rules of set to solve questions, you tap on the link of my WhatsApp group and join me on WhatsApp for more examples. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.